All right, let's just jump right in. Most of us, we're taught to dream big with our money, right? We think about hitting six figures, maybe even becoming a millionaire. But what if? What if that whole way of thinking is just wrong? Today, we're going to explore why the most reality-bending number in your financial life isn't seven figures, it's five.
I mean, think about it. We're all kind of conditioned to chase these huge, life-altering numbers. $1 million? That sounds like the finish line, doesn't it? The point where all your problems just disappear. But when you're just starting out, that goal can feel so impossibly far away that it's paralyzing. It doesn't motivate you, it just makes you feel small. So, is that really the most important target to aim for right out of the gate?
Well, the whole argument we're digging into today is that the number that truly rewires your brain, the one that actually bends your reality, is your first $10,000. Yep, just 10 grand. That's the moment you cross over from 4 digits to 5. And believe me, it is so much more than just a number. It's a fundamental shift in your entire relationship with money.
So here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to look at why $10,000 is the real first milestone you should care about. We'll dive into the mental breakthrough it creates, how it gets your money working for you, and how it frees you from that constant financial panic. Then we'll cover a quick sprint to get you there, and finally, how it unlocks the real game of building wealth.
Okay, let's start with this core idea. Getting to $10,000 isn't just about stacking cash. It's a transition of power. It's the point where you completely flip the script on your finances.
And this, right here, just nails it. Before this point, you're constantly reacting to money, or, the lack of it. But after you hit 10 grand, you suddenly have what one writer calls a small army of dollars at your command. You actually get to tell them where to go and what to do. For the first time, you are in charge.
This brings us to the next big shift. And honestly, it might be the most important one. It's the transformation that happens inside your own head. It's the psychological proof that you can actually win this game.
Psychologists have a name for this feeling. It's called self-efficacy. It's that deep-down belief that you've got what it takes. And hitting that 5-figure mark, that's tangible proof. You see that number in your account, and suddenly saving $15,000 or $20,000 doesn't feel like climbing Mount Everest anymore. It just feels like taking the next step.
And this is self-efficacy in action. This anecdote is just perfect. The fear was gone, the belief was there. And that belief led directly to bigger actions and, what do you know, faster results almost without even trying. That's the real power of this mental breakthrough.
So, once you've got the mindset on lock, you can start putting the math to work. This is the fun part. This is where your money starts working for you. $10,000 is like the critical mass you need to get that compounding flywheel spinning with some real momentum.
Just look at these numbers. An 8% return on $1,000 is what, $80? It's nice, but it's not going to change your life. But on 10 grand, that's $800 a year. That's a meaningful amount of money you earned without lifting a finger. It's more than a lot of side hustles, and it shows up while you're sleeping.
And that's where the snowball really starts rolling downhill. If you start with that $10,000 base and you just add $500 a month, you can more than double your money in just 4 years. Your dollars start hiring more dollars, and they work for you nights, weekends, holidays. This is when building wealth stops being just about saving and starts being about growing.
The next major shift is all about defense. It's about building a fortress around your life. See, having a $10,000 cushion gives you this incredible superpower, the ability to absorb life's unexpected punches without getting totally knocked out.
Seriously, think about it. Most of life's disasters are really just expensive inconveniences, right? A blown transmission, an emergency root canal, a sudden job loss. Without a cushion, these things send you spiraling into high-interest debt. But with a 10 grand reserve, they just become manageable problems. You pay the bill, you take a breath, and you move on.
And this freedom from panic completely changes how you make decisions every single day. Before, you're always focused on the absolute cheapest option right now. But after, you can shift your thinking to the best long-term value. You buy the quality shoes that actually last for years, or the efficient car that saves you a ton on gas. This mindset of investing in quality, well, it compounds just like your money does. So let's say you've got the confidence and you've built that safety net. Now you get to play offense. This is where you unlock the real game of building wealth. And it's all about two things: having the power to seriously invest and the freedom to choose your own path.
All of a sudden, all these doors just swing open. You can actually start investing in a meaningful way. But just as important, you gain this incredible personal power. You can walk away from a terrible boss. You can negotiate your next raise from a position of strength. You can choose to spend time with your family instead of taking that extra shift. You're no longer a hostage to your next paycheck.
This story is just a perfect example. Someone completely redesigned their entire life. They changed their city, their job, and their cost of living. That move was totally impossible when they only had a few $1,000s in the bank, but it became easy at $10,000. That is a life-changing level of freedom.
And that brings us to the most crucial point. True wealth isn't about some specific number in an account. It's about having options. It's the freedom to make choices that are right for you and your happiness, not just choices based on your immediate financial needs.
Okay, so we've covered the powerful why. Now let's get down to the how. The source material lays out a really clear, actionable plan to help you sprint towards this first major milestone.
Here it is, the 5-step sprint. First, you track. You've got to see where your money is actually going for 1 month. Then, you cut the leaks you find. Step 3 is a quick cash injection. Sell a few things you just don't use anymore. Fourth, find one way to earn a little extra and funnel every single penny of it into savings. And the final, most crucial step, automate it. Set up that transfer so you're saving consistently without even having to think about it.
And it is so important to remember this. Hitting this goal, it isn't the finish line. It's the starting line. It's the key that gets you into the game, giving you the tools, the confidence, and the security to start playing for that next level and the one after that.
So, let's end with this. Just imagine for a second that you've done it. That $10,000 cushion is sitting there, secure. With that freedom, with that power of choice, what's the first thing you'll finally be able to say no to? A bad job? An unreasonable request? A life you don't actually want? That's really what this is all about.